Welcome to Racket Sports Services. This is a short video to show how to assemble the Alpha Ghost stringing machine. The machine comes in 3 boxes, and the component parts, when they are all unpacked, are the column, which is actually in 2 pieces when it arrives, the power supply and the power supply box, which is fitted underneath the base of the column, the head, which mounts on top of the column to receive both the turntable and the tension head. Along with that, you'll receive a machine cover together with a number of bolts and Allen keys which will connect the component parts together. So first of all, when it arrives, you will need to connect the column base to the column, and as you can see underneath there are 4 bolts together with a block, the power adapter block, which is screwed underneath in this position. At this point in time, you need to take the power supply lead up the column and bring it out at the top. For demonstration here, it's already been done because I've had the machine away with me at stringing at a tournament. However, the easy way to get that power lead up through the column is, first of all, I've taken a piece of string and I've got a small bolt, or any type of weight really will do. Place that through the center of the column till it falls out the other end. When it's out the other end, you can connect that to the power lead, tape it on, string it on, whatever you can, and then pull that back up the column so that the power lead is attached and it will come out at the top. If I take this tape off, you'll be able to see a bit clearer. That the power lead, when it comes up through, has got 2 pins on it, or 2 holes to receive the pins from the head. What I suggest you do now is approximately heighten the column to the correct height for you, and I would suggest over heightening it first, as it's easier to drop it into the correct position than it is actually lifting it afterwards when you've got the weight of the top, the turntable and the tension head on it. So there's a locking screw on one side and there's a pin on the other. Release the pin, lift that up, and you'll hear it click into position. So I'm only going to take that up a couple of positions because I like actually to mount my machine on a piece of plywood which has got casters on the base of it. That means I can wheel it around the cabin here, and it's much more easier than having it in a static position. But if you've got it in a static position, then that's fine. You can just adjust the height of the column and it will be fine. So I'm just going to now lift the column and base into position, as I like it, onto the ply face, making sure I've got the casters out of the way of the column. The next thing to do is put on the head. Now this head, if you look underneath, has actually got the 4 bolt positions plus 2 lugs here. Now those 2 lugs locate in the center of here to make it easy for you to position it before you put the screws on. What you do have to do beforehand though is take this power lead and pass it through the hole here. If you try and do that afterwards, you won't be able to do it. So as long as you've got that in and fed up through, and you can see that there, that it's fed through, locate those 2 pins into position. You've then also got inside here the power supply to the auto brake on the turntable and the power supply for the actual machine. Okay, now I've got my bolts actually in little bags. One that says tension head, one that says turntable, and one that says column. Now the column ones are the shorter of the bolts that are provided. So just to put this together, I'm not actually going to tighten it up with the Allen key. It's literally a case of locating the hole positions underneath and tighten those up. So I'll hand tighten them up now. That's 2 of them on, 3 of them, and all 4 of them now located. Okay, so that's hand tight, and that will be sufficient for this demonstration. So I've now got to locate on here the tension head. As I say, I've had this at a tournament, so I've just needed to locate and put those in position with some pieces of tape. Also got the power lead in here, which will connect into the back of the power block on the column and then fit into your power supply. So the end of the tension head, you will see the 2 plug positions there, and it is a case of locating those into position. Before you put it finally into position, locate and marry up the 2 plugs. So that's the power supply located, and the one to the turntable is a 5-pin with a little locator, and it's quite simple to locate the correct position for that and then to tighten that on as well. So once those are in position, you can slide the tension head along, take your tension head bolts, and in this case those are the ones that have got a shoulder which has not got a screw thread. So locating those underneath, again I will just locate those, and this is the ones that are a little bit fiddly. You've got to get the tension head in the right position. That's it, that's the first one in, and once you've got 1 in and 2 in and then 3 and 4 in, again for this demonstration I will only do, I'll only hand tighten that. Okay, and I'll come back to tighten those fully in a minute. Okay, so I've now got 4 turntable bolts and the turntable. So lifting the turntable into position, if you can see where the holes are underneath as you're applying it on, there's no locator on this. It's literally a case of lining up the 4 bolt holes, but once you've got 1 in position, you can start sliding the turntable around so that it actually fits into position of the other 4. Once 1's done, it becomes a little bit easier then to rotate hopefully and find the other 4 bolt holes. Bit trickier this one because it's harder to locate the holes underneath really, and I've missed that one. So I'm going to go underneath and see what I've done, and it looks as if I've got that completely round the wrong way. That's it. I think that's lined it up. Yes. Okay, so that is it. That's put the turntable on as well. I can't remember whether the turntable itself, when it comes out of the box, actually has the clamps and everything already set up and on, but just for information purposes, if I take this one out, you've got 2 nulls to undo there, 2 screw positions to undo there, one there and one takes the centre support, and those locate quite simply in when you change it for the Babington ones or change it for anything else. So there you have it, the construction of the Alpha Ghost machine. Many thanks.